Wow, time's flying. It's already Friday and it's the last story on Instant KISSE before we break for the weekend. Today's prompt word is eavesdropping, suggested by Arati Murthy. Now I know a lot of us are getting very bored with watching stuff on Netflix and Amazon and doing Zoom calls and chores and all that stuff. And some of us have started eavesdropping on our neighbors. Now usually what do we get to hear? The same old fights between spouses or parents and kids. But sometimes something a little out of the ordinary happens. Like for this friend of mine. Like she heard these loud banging sounds coming from her neighbor. As if somebody was banging somebody against the wall. And she got convinced that either the husband was bludgeoning his wife or it was vice versa, the wife doing that to the husband. Fully getting worried, she forgot about social distancing, ran out of the house, rang their doorbell. Only to find that basically the bhajiwala had given a rather hard coconut and what they'd been trying to do was break it open, using a hammer, tossing it against the wall, etc. Another friend of mine had a very different experience. See, basically he'd gotten sick of the same old workouts, lifting weights, running, etc. So he decided to do a dance workout. He blasted music and went for it. So much so that I believe he even took off his shirt and waved it around and all. Now, in the interest of ventilation, he had opened his windows. Suddenly, he started getting frantic calls from the neighbors in the next wing, saying, "Was this the task for today? Nobody told us. We missed the broadcast." You see, he was doing this at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning. But truly, the story that takes the cake has to be with what happened to this friend of mine. Let's call him Manish. Now, Manish, basically, I'll tell you more about him a little later. So basically what happened to Manish is he suddenly heard this big fight happening between two neighbors who lived above him. And he heard the woman saying, "I am so fed up of you. If any man lands up at our doorstep now, I'll throw you out and keep him." The man also seemed to be upset. He was like, "If anybody comes here, I'll go and take his place." Manish got very chilled out. Normally he would have, dismissed this as just another fight and words said in anger. But okay, 3 weeks had gone by. Manish hadn't had any human contact. He was sick of cooking for himself. Most importantly, he was sick of sleeping alone. You see, normally Manish is the kind of guy who changes more women than bed sheets. So any which case, in this totally despo state, he was grasping at any straw. He ran up. Only to discover 2 other single men from the building, 3 married ones, 1 watchman and 1 delivery boy. Before they could all start a last man standing fight, the woman opened the door, saw them and gave them a piece of her mind. Just 1 second. I think I heard something. I think I'll have to talk to you all later. You see, I just heard the hot lady upstairs confessing something to her friend. I gotta go. I'm not going to tell you what she said. Maybe I will next week. Hope you enjoyed this story. Till next time, see you, have fun, keep sharing. Do send me your prompt words, full details on where to do that coming up after this. Till next week, sunshine in your day. Have a great weekend.